Hey guys, it's Justine, and today I wanted to do a video talking about some health tech. This is not something that I just picked up this past week. This is stuff that I've had around the house that I've been using for actually like a couple of years now. For me, health tech is obviously because I love technology, and I've been very focused on my health the last few years. So being able to quantify myself and being able to have that data and analytics all kind of put together in an app and being able to like see my progress or see if things aren't going well. So I'm gonna go through some of my favorite things that I've been using, and now more than ever, I feel like it's very important to be kind of taking our health into our own hands. We need to be able to have this data so that if something is going wrong, we actually have a history of this data to be able to take to doctors and say, hey, this is why I know something is wrong, because I've been tracking my heart rate for the past 5 or 6 years, for me specifically, on my Apple Watch, and I know what my normal is. Most people don't know what their normal temperature is, what their resting heart rate is, or any of these types of things. So that's why I want to make this video and show you guys some of my favorite things. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Apple Watch. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the Apple Watch. You're able to now take an ECG. This gives you some consistent heart rate data throughout the day. So right now I can see that my lowest heart rate was 54 and at the highest it was 172. You're able to track workouts. There's even sleep apps, so you can track your sleep on this. But mostly what's great about this is it will give you alerts if your heart rate has dropped too low or too high, and you'll be able to contact a doctor to try to assess if anything is medically wrong, and you can go get help. I know those alerts have helped so many people and saved so many lives, so I really do love being able to have this with me and on at all times. So obviously you guys have seen me do tons of Apple Watch videos, so we don't have to go any further into that. The next thing that I want to show you guys, this says Nokia, but this is actually made by WeThings. Long story short, the company was WeThings, Nokia bought them, and then WeThings bought themselves back from Nokia. This is called the Thermo Thermometer. This thermometer uses 16 infrared sensors to take more than 4,000 measurements at the temporal artery for accurate results. It's super easy to use. You just run it right along your forehead, and I love that this will sync to an app so you can have all of your history of all of your temperatures. So I'm gonna take mine right now, and that's basically it. And that's actually a little high. So I'm gonna go check my app. It just popped up with a notification. I'm gonna take it one more time. 99.4. I mean, that's what my temperature is. It's saying I don't have a fever, so that's good. Anything over 100, then we should start getting concerned. It's actually really warm in this room as well, but my average temperature over the past several weeks has been about 98. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but I think it's really great to be able to have all of this stuff and be able to track so that you'll be able to have these trends so that, again, if there is something that might be wrong, you'll be able to assess it immediately. The unfortunate reality is, due to everything that's happening right now, I feel like a lot of these gadgets are out of stock, but there's a lot of them that are available for pre-order, so you can get on a list. But I know this one is extremely hard to get. I couldn't find any other ones online. Going along with that same note, also says Nokia, but this is made by WeThings currently. I did just order a new version of this one online, but it is due to arrive in the next few days, so I look forward to checking that one out. This is an older model, obviously, because it does say Nokia, but this is a blood pressure monitor, so we're gonna take my blood pressure now. This also uses an app called HealthMate, and in addition to this, I also have a Wi-Fi enabled scale that is made by WeThings, but the current one that I have is also Nokia. Not only does it do weight, but it does a bunch of other things as well, and it even takes your heart rate at the same time. Let's take our blood pressure. Usually you're supposed to be inactive for 3 minutes and just sit and rest, but we're gonna just see how this works for the sake of the demo. Okay, slightly snug. Let's press the button to wake. I have to sit still for 5 minutes before the measurement, but we're just gonna take it, so we'll see what happens.
How's it going?
Well, it says
Organizing something.
it says I have an elevated blood pressure right now. Maybe it's because I'm stressed trying to shoot a bunch of videos. Maybe it's because I'm a little stressed because I haven't left the house. Maybe I'm a little stressed because there's a pandemic. I don't know. What could it be? But the good thing is the fact that I know that this is a little bit high for me because I've taken my blood pressure in the past. So it's great to be able to know what my baseline blood pressure normally is. I feel like if I did sit here for 5 minutes and stayed calm and I wasn't filming and trying to get this video done because it's really late, I think my blood pressure would be a little lower. Even if you don't get this particular one, having something like this at your house just to be able to take your blood pressure so that you do know what it is, definitely recommend it. Doesn't have to be this version. You can get any kind. This is just a little aromatherapy. They have so many different versions of these. This one is USB powered and it's plugged into this massive Mophie. So I have some essential oils in here. I think I have eucalyptus in here right now. Oh yeah, eucalyptus to just calm, ease my surroundings, to lower my blood pressure a little bit. Let's use my Apple Watch to take my heart rate. So it's saying my heart rate is 71. There's tons of different ones of these. This is just one that my mom actually bought me. My favorite essential oils, I love peppermint, eucalyptus, and lavender for relaxation. I would say probably eucalyptus is my favorite. Next up, again, having to use the Mophie charger. This is phone soap. This is also on back order, but this is something that my mom got me for Christmas a few years ago. This is an ultraviolet case to put your phone in. Well, it's not really a case, it's like a tanning bed for your phone. So it uses the UV rays to disinfect your phone. It stays in here for several minutes, and when the light goes off, right there, you can see that turned on, your phone will be ready and disinfected. I've also been using this to put my Apple Watch in, my Apple Pencil, really anything else that you can fit in here. So clearly the light hasn't gone off yet, but for the sake of the video, ta-da, it's all clean. I do this like once a day, usually when I wake up in the morning, because it'll give me a nice clean phone all day. Next up, we've got, this is just a infrared heating pad. I've been obsessed with infrared tech recently. There are some infrared spas where you can get in a pod. I think I posted this on Instagram before, where I went to an infrared sauna. So you basically go in a pod and detox you. Infrared is really great for inflammation. So for me, I have a lot of chronic pain. It just kind of runs in my family. So like my normal day-to-day, like I always just have pain. It's just something that I've sort of gotten used to. But since I've started using infrared therapy, it's been helping so much. So this is just a very simple heating pad. I use this for my back, or, you know, that time of the month for cramps, perhaps. So this has been awesome. It's easy, small, portable. I can travel with this. But there's also something else that I got that was too big to even bring in this room. It is an infrared crystal mat. I had it in my Amazon wish list and my cart for a really long time, and then a few months ago I finally decided to get it, and it's been really great. I don't really know if the crystals scientifically are doing anything, but for me mentally and spiritually, I'll say they do. So this mat was actually inspired by my friend Joey Graceffa. I'm sure many of you guys have seen his YouTube channel, but I saw he posted about this in his Instagram stories, and I asked him about it, and he said it was absolutely awesome. There's a bunch of different sizes, but I opted for the largest one. These are used a lot in spas. This is kind of one of those silly purchases that I was like, what was I thinking? But it's pretty great. I usually use it at nights before I go to bed. It does have this little cover that you can put on it. You know what's not comfortable? Laying on thousands of tiny little crystals. It has variable temperatures, and something that I didn't realize when I first got this is that this is actually in Celsius. Am I healed yet? So my parents recently got an infrared sauna, and for them it's been really great. Anytime I go home for the holidays, I'm always really excited to use it because they have it in their basement and it's pretty awesome. There's so much more about infrared. I really would love to do an entire video talking about infrared and maybe talking to some specialists who know a lot more than I do about it. Let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see. Do I have any other tech for you guys, or is that it? Well, I guess I never put my jacket back on, but it's really hot in here because clearly I'm a little warm. Now it's saying 99.9. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear from you guys if you have any other health tech suggestions. This is something that I really love exploring, and there's so many other things out there. And right now, like I said, it is kind of hard to get some of these things. So if there are wait lists or pre-orders for some of these things, and you do have the extra cash and are looking to get something like this for your home, I think now's a really great time. So I'm gonna go and keep monitoring my temperature, and I think that's the end of the video. So I'll see you later.